What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with the Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut Joyce. Joyce says not to write him off. I can beat Zhang. Wow. Joyce lost his WBO interim title mandatory position for a shot at Alexander Usyk, an undefeated record, all by the left hand of Big Bang Zhang. The fight in front of a packed copper box arena went 6 rounds until referee Howard Foster, with the help of the ringside doctor, waved it off. With the help of the ringside doctor, Joyce's eye was jacked up and still stiff. Shots coming from Zhang all night. The southpaw style apparently baffled him, and his old tactic of walking through shots finally failed. It was a TKO for the 39-year-old Zhang, who screamed Chinese power down the camera lenses after it was confirmed that Joyce hadn't suffered any broken fractures, the result of a good stoppage. He took to social media to address the people who were writing him off. He said, "Before you all write me off, I'm okay. Just got a bruised eye. I think I'll be okay. As fights go, I'm in good health. Not a great performance, however, but I'll go back to the drawing board and have to improve. Zhang was the better fight on the night, but I still think I can beat him, even though he's a strong contender." Those are the words of Joyce, and let me counterpunch. Can Joe beat Zhang? Well, based on what we saw, it was like, because it was a reflex thing a lot. It was him being too slow. It was him not moving his head. The defense wasn't where it's supposed to be. His hands were down, and when they were up, Zhang just punched right through the guard. And the question is, can he improve on southpaws? And I think the real question is, can Joyce knock out Zhang? Because Zhang showed, even though he took some shots from Joyce, those shots from Joyce didn't affect Zhang like Zhang's punches affect Joyce. And maybe it's some type of cerebral, mental state that Joe is going through. Let's say Joe, he's going to come forward, but if he's hesitant in this fight, he's not going to win it anyway. And he has to avoid that straight left, because if he doesn't avoid the straight left, the same things is going to happen, because all Zhang knows, hey, catch him with the left, follow with the right hook, come back straight with the left. That's what he was doing all night long. And if Joyce can adapt to that, if no one can coach him through that, or he can't learn to get out of the way of that left hand, he's not going to beat Zhang. Okay, because he's going to something has to happen in that fight, and it's going to have to end in knockout. It can't be any, let me work him down, unless Joe gets out of the 6th round and the 7th and the 8th. I think, without that swelling happening, I think he's pretty safe to take over, because Zhang, he's a 6th round fighter. And for what people should know, in the 6th round, Zhang was getting tired, okay? Even though he was landing, you could tell him take a breath after he lands his shots. Now imagine if he was missing those shots. So, that takes more energy out of you. So if Joyce is able, to make him miss with that shot, from that left hand, he will be doing the job for protecting that eye first and getting that stamina down and that fuel out of the gas tank for 2nd and 3rd. Okay, so there is a chance he could beat him, but he has to improve his defense. He can't just go in there and walk everybody down, because everybody, or I think the people that he tries to walk down could be the person that ends up walking him down. Because now we know the way he was buckled by Zhang can hurt him. And see, psychologically, Zhang knows I can hurt this guy with my punches. So he's going to come in with even more confidence. Let's just hope it's just to the point of arrogance and him not thinking that he has to train and him pull a damn Andy Ruiz like Andy Ruiz did in the rematch of Joshua and got boxed for 12 rounds. So maybe that's the case. But I do agree Joyce can box, though, people. The silver Olympic medalist, as slow as molasses as he may seem, he can still box. So maybe he may find that time to box and to wear Zhang out, knowing that Zhang's dangerous. So he may can get in there and use his boxing skills. Get the older man, the older fighter, get him gassed up, get him worked up, get him excited, clench him up a bit, take some of that air out of the tire, and then start working him like he did with Dubois. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the response of Joe Joyce stating, please, guys, don't write me off. I know I can beat Zhilei Zhang. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.